Archangel Michael says, prepare your spirit before you read this. The person you hold closest to your heart is about to do something so unexpected, it will change everything. You've been sensing a shift, but what's coming isn't just a shift, it's a divine interruption. You've prayed for clarity. You've asked for a sign. This is your sign. They've been battling something in silence. Something inside them has been trembling at the edge of truth. And now, their heart can no longer carry the weight. What they are about to reveal is not a confession. It's a resurrection. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They kept this hidden not out of deceit, but out of fear of losing you. They thought you'd walk away, that the storm would be too loud, that your heart wouldn't survive the thunder. But heaven saw what they couldn't say, and now God is opening the gates. There is a letter. It has your name written in the center, in a hand that shook while writing it. That letter holds a truth that was never meant to be spoken, but now it must be. They are preparing to place this letter in your hands. And when you open it, it won't just be ink and paper, it will be the weight of a soul begging for forgiveness and release. They've watched you from a distance, watched how strong you've been, how loyal, how loving. They could no longer hold back after what happened last week. A certain message reached them, not from you, but about you. That message turned their internal war into a surrender. They stood in the hallway yesterday, pacing, holding something small wrapped in red thread. That was the key, the thing you thought was lost. They never threw it away. They held on to it because they couldn't let go of you. And now they're on their way. Not to say sorry, but to finally tell you why everything had to unfold like this. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They were told by someone they trusted not to pursue you again. They were manipulated, cornered, even emotionally blackmailed. But Archangel Michael watched all of it unfold, and now the divine justice is here. That person who tried to keep them away from you is being exposed. And as that mask is falling off, your special person is waking up to the truth. They were lied to. They're going to do something bold. Something they've never done before. And it's going to shock you. They're choosing you this time, no fear, no confusion, no delay. Last night, they stayed up until 3:41 a.m. They deleted a draft message they were going to send you. Not because it wasn't true, but because they realized words weren't enough anymore. They've arranged a surprise. One you will never expect. It will involve a place, a time, and a confession. They are not coming empty-handed. They are coming with evidence. A phone. A voice note. A printed screenshot. Something you never saw, but it will finally make everything clear. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They've spoken to someone you never imagined they would reach out to, your mother, your brother, your best friend. And that person gave them permission to move forward. This moment is orchestrated by heaven. It is not a coincidence that you're reading this. It is not random that your heart is racing. Because they're not just about to come to you, they are about to break a chain that has held both of you back for years. And the moment they speak, everything will align. Archangel Michael says, the angels have been guarding your connection for a reason. Every interference, every delay, every misunderstanding, it was never strong enough to break what God ordained. They saw the attack before it came. They saw the tears you cried when you felt forgotten. And they've marked this season for restoration. You are not just going to hear a truth. You are going to feel it break every false belief you've carried. A breakthrough is coming. Type Amen to get blessing 666. They've written your name in a journal under a word you never expected, forever. They've whispered your name into the night, asking God for one more chance to do things right. And heaven heard it. They are going to send you a photo. It won't make sense at first. It may be a place, a person, or a moment frozen in time. But when you see it, your memory will awaken. And suddenly, everything will make sense. The person they've been pretending to be around others will no longer be needed. They're stepping out of the costume they wore to survive. The version they hid from you, broken, afraid, ashamed, is being replaced by someone reborn. You're about to see them as you always dreamed they would be. Not just in love with you, but aligned with heaven's timing for you. This is sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They've visited the place you once stood together. The tree. The steps. The old cafe. The worn-out bench. They went back to remember how it felt to hold your presence. And they cried. Harder than they ever have before. This time, their tears weren't from regret. They were from finally understanding your worth. They are not coming back to take. They're coming back to give. A whisper has gone into their ear during sleep. A divine voice they couldn't ignore. It's time, it said. And they woke up different. This morning, they didn't scroll. They didn't distract. They didn't escape. They sat with the decision. And they chose you. There will be a knock. A text. A sudden meeting. A surprise visit. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They will bring something that belongs to you. Something you forgot. Something that carried your energy. And when they hand it over, their hands will shake. But their eyes won't. Because they're ready now. Ready to be honest. Ready to release the weight. Ready to rebuild. Someone else knows about this. A family member. A close friend. This person tried to stop them, but failed. They stood their ground this time. They refused to be controlled again. This is the version of them you always prayed for, but never thought you'd see. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, destiny delayed is not destiny denied. What was stolen is being restored. What was silenced is being spoken. They are no longer who they were when they walked away. That version died. And a new one is approaching you now, with eyes wide open. You'll hear a sentence you never thought would pass their lips. Something sacred. Something surrendered. Something real. And you'll know, deep in your soul, this is what all the pain was preparing you for. This is not just a reunion. This is a redemption. Their action will not only shock you, it will heal you. They have deleted numbers, blocked influences, and erased distractions. You didn't see this war. But heaven did. And heaven declared, enough. Now, all paths lead back to you. There is no more running. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Even your enemies are trembling, because the one they tried to separate from you is about to announce your name publicly. Without shame. Without fear. This is not a soft return. It's a divine declaration. They're about to hold your hand in a way that says, I see you now. And when they do, your soul will finally breathe again. You're not crazy. You're not delusional. You're not forgotten. Everything you felt coming, it's real. And it's closer than you imagined. Their next move will be the confirmation you needed. Their voice will break the silence. Their action will restore the promise. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. They are writing something right now. A post, a message, a letter. It may not have your name on it, but it will carry your essence. You will recognize it when you see it. And it will hit your soul like lightning, because you'll know it was always meant for you. They are walking toward your door. With hands full of evidence, and a heart full of hope. They are going to look you in the eyes and say, I'm not running anymore. If this message reached your spirit, don't delay. A miracle is about to happen. Stay ready. Stay soft. Stay open. Their action will shock you. But it will also free you. If this moved your soul, consider supporting this message with a super thanks, up to $20. Your gift helps spread divine messages across the world. They stood in front of your photo just hours ago. Not to cry, not to grieve, but to make a vow. They promised the version of you in that frame, I'm coming back to make things right. They've deleted every trace of the fake life they built around lies. They are walking away from someone they once called a friend, but that person was poisoning their heart toward you. Now that spell is broken. The name of that friend, you wouldn't believe it. But you'll know soon. It was someone who smiled in front of you while plotting behind your back. Your special person discovered it too late. But not too late. They're coming to you with both the truth and the name. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. There's a recording they saved. A voice message. Someone mocking you, someone laughing behind your back. They didn't laugh. They trembled. That moment became the spark. They realized they were defending the wrong people and hurting the only one who truly mattered. They've already booked something, a cab, a ticket, or a reservation. Their hands are moving faster than their mind. Their heart is leading the way. This is not a decision they made lightly. They fought against it. But every road they took without you led to emptiness. They opened a drawer that hadn't been touched in months. Inside was a note you once wrote, maybe just a few words, but those words held the power of heaven. And in that moment, they knew. You were never just a chapter. You were the whole book. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. They had a dream last night. In it, you were crying. But not tears of pain, tears of release. And when they woke up, their pillow was soaked. That was the final sign. This is no longer about pride or ego. This is about spirit. About divine design. They're not just returning. They're bringing something unexpected. A gift. A message. A locked envelope. What's inside will rewrite your understanding of the past. And it will break every doubt that ever crept into your soul. You don't have to chase the truth. It's being hand-delivered. And soon, you'll hold it. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. They told someone this morning, no matter what happens, I have to see them. That person tried to stop them. But nothing is stronger than a heart aligned with God's timing. You are that timing. They're going to whisper something in your ear. And only you will understand what it means. Because it's something you once told them, long ago. And they never forgot. They kept something of yours. You thought it was gone. But it's been in their wallet, their drawer, their dreams. And now they're ready to return it with tears. Not as a souvenir, but as a symbol of the beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. They've unblocked your number. Rewritten your name in their contacts. And this time, it's not labeled with anything else. Just your name. Just your essence. They're not looking for closure. They're chasing clarity. And when they speak, it will be the language of truth. Your special person is not coming to fix the past. They are coming to build the future. One that includes you in every room, every decision, every prayer. This was never just a connection, it was a divine covenant. And it's about to be activated. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Someone from their past will be furious. Because your union threatens their lies. They will try to contact you. Do not respond. Archangel Michael already knows this. He has placed protection around your communication. What needs to reach you will. And what needs to be blocked, will never get through. They were almost pulled away again. But this time, the angels fought for you. And they won. They're walking toward a choice right now. One that will shut every false door and swing open the real one. The one with your name on it. You won't recognize them at first, because this version of them is reborn. Awakened. Their energy will be different. Stronger. Safer. Divinely real. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. They practiced what they would say to you. Over and over again. But every version felt incomplete. Because words alone can't hold what they feel. So instead, they will show you. Through actions, presence, and the removal of every lie that once stood between you. They're ready now. And the moment they arrive, you will feel the shift in your bones. They're going to speak of someone who tried to replace you. Tried to act like they were better. But your person saw through the illusion. And they let that person go. That's when the fog cleared. And your face came into view again. Not just as a memory, but as a destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. They've been in the room with others, but never felt more alone. Because your absence echoed louder than any crowd. Now, they're making space, clearing out energy, deleting old photos, purging distractions. So they can welcome you back properly. Not into chaos, but into clarity. There is a table being prepared. A seat with your name on it. A conversation that will start with silence, and end with breakthrough. You will not need to beg for answers. They are already on their way, with a heart stripped of every mask. And a soul finally ready to love you with no conditions. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Your special person is holding something fragile today, not an object, but a decision. One that could break them or bless them forever. And they're choosing the blessing. They're choosing you. They had chances to walk away permanently. To rebuild elsewhere. But every time they tried, your face came back to them like a sunrise that refused to stop rising. This connection is not just love, it is divine interference. They're going to say something like, "I was wrong." But those words won't carry shame. They will carry freedom. Because finally, they've forgiven themselves for how they mishandled your heart. They've spoken to someone older. Maybe a mentor. Maybe someone spiritual. That person looked them in the eye and said, "If you don't go now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life." And that was it. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The shoes they wore when they last saw you are still untouched. They haven't worn them since. That day has haunted them silently. But today, they picked them up again. And it wasn't about style, it was about symbolism. They're ready to step back into the story they ran away from. They're ready to face you without flinching. They've written your name in their journal under the word, redemption. A word they never believed belonged to them. But now, it's not just hope, it's happening. And the angels are watching every step they take toward you. Because this isn't just a reunion, it's a revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. They've blocked someone who constantly fed them lies about you. This person was close, maybe a family member, maybe an old flame. But they finally saw the truth. The manipulation. The jealousy. The toxic interference. And they walked away from it all. Now, they are making space for light. They threw out a photo. One that symbolized their past. And in its place, they printed yours. They held that photo for 17 seconds before breaking down. That was the moment heaven touched them. That was the moment they knew, they weren't just missing you, they needed you. They've called a number, made a payment, or booked a place. Something is being set in motion behind your back that will lead to your face. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. There's a memory they never told you about. Something they overheard someone say about you, a compliment, a prayer, a deep truth. And they've held on to that sentence ever since. It's what made them believe you were more than human. You were a divine gift they weren't worthy of at the time. But now? Now, they are doing the work. They are preparing to be the person you deserve. They've stopped asking people for advice. They've stopped seeking opinions. Because your voice in their memory is louder than every voice around them. They hear you when they walk. when they sit, when they breathe. They are ready to return to the one place their spirit called home, you. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. They're going to arrive at a location you once stood together. It might be a park, a staircase, a little shop. And they'll close their eyes and whisper your name. You won't be there physically, yet. But heaven will capture that whisper. And heaven will send it to your soul like an echo. Your spirit will feel it before your body sees them. You'll sense the shift. Your chest may get tight. Your hands may tremble. A sudden wave of emotion will crash over you. That's how you'll know they're near. And they're no longer running. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. They had a chance to choose someone else. And for a moment, they almost did. But something was missing. The spark. The fire. The soul-anchoring weight of real connection. None of it was there. Only when they closed their eyes and thought of you did they feel whole again. They've sent your photo to someone they trust. They said, "This is the one I let go." But not again. The person replied with one sentence, "Then go get them." And that's exactly what they're doing. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. There's a message they've been drafting for days. Saving. Editing. Deleting. Rewriting. But they finally hit send. You may not have seen it yet. It may come from a different number. A different email. Or even through someone else. But it's on the way. And when it arrives, it will knock the wind out of you. Not because it hurts, but because it heals. You'll see words like, "I'm sorry. I never stopped thinking of you. I'm ready if you are." And your knees may go weak from the peace that floods in. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. They have prepared something special. Maybe a gift. Maybe a recorded message. Maybe a trip. It has your energy all over it. They went to a store and walked aisle after aisle until they saw something that screamed your name. They picked it up. Held it against their heart. And knew, this will bring a smile to your face again. The last thing they want is to lose this chance. That fear has been eating them alive. And that fear is what finally made them brave. They're not waiting for a green light. They're coming now. Because their soul can't survive another delay. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. Their family may not understand it. Their friends might roll their eyes. But none of it matters anymore. This time, they are choosing you, not quietly, but loudly. They're going to defend you, protect you, hold you. In front of the same people who once tried to separate you. They are ready for judgment. Ready for resistance. Ready for the noise. Because the love they have for you now roars louder than all of it. They will say, "This is the person I choose to stand beside, no matter what anyone thinks." And that sentence will rewrite both of your futures. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. They never told you how often they checked your profile. How many times they replayed your voice. How many dreams you walked through. But heaven kept count. And every tear they cried alone, was caught in God's hand. Now, those tears are turning into rain. Rain that will fall over both of you as divine restoration. They're walking into your life again. Not as a shadow. Not as a stranger. But as someone reformed by the fire. The fire of losing you. The fire of spiritual awakening. The fire of divine timing. They're coming soon. And when they do, you'll finally breathe again. Type Amen to get blessing 3030.